All right, in light of recent events, especially with Trey putting out that video that he did with his whole debunking and squashing of the 100,000 price theory, share price theory, I'm going to put price predictions, price brackets to absolute fucking rest in this video because enough is enough. Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, all of these greats, these great minds, these great investors, these guys have great, extensive, deep knowledge of stock prices, of the market, of the economy, and they can't predict anything. So why do you think some dipshit on YouTube can? The thing you have to keep in mind is if somebody is giving you their price predictions, there is an agenda to it. They are conditioning you, they are anchoring you, and there is a reason for that. I get asked this question all the time. Where do you see this going? What is your prediction? Where are you selling it? And I get it. I get why people ask me that question because they're curious. And humans are breed herd animals. We want to be with the herd. We want to be like others. So we find comfort in knowing, well, if you're selling at that, then maybe I'll sell at that. But here's the thing. This will go to where the market lets it go to. There's a huge asterisk on that. And the asterisk is there will be manipulation. And I think absolutely, I think absolutely there will be manipulation on this. Absolutely, without a doubt. We've seen that. Past events have proven that. Multiple past events have proven that. So there will be manipulation on that. So where I want, and selfishly where I want to sell my shares at, now let's talk about that because that's a different conversation as well. I have my own personal goals and my own aspirations that I would like to do with the capital from this play, whether it's buying a cabin at the lake, which is something I want to do, starting other businesses, investing in other businesses, and all that kind of stuff. So I have some selfish things that I want to do. Now, just because I want to do those, the market doesn't care. Yes, based on my share amount that I have and a certain price target, I've calculated where I'd like to sell it to make those goals and those realities come true. But again, the market doesn't give a fuck. The market does not care. Oh, cool. You want these things. You want this, and this. Well, yeah, we're just going to grant you the share price to make those things happen. The market doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't. It doesn't give a fuck what anybody thinks. The market is going to do what the market does to a certain degree, like I said before, because there will be manipulation. Now, full transparency, okay? Let's get absolutely real. Because I've been asked this question multiple times. Where do I want to sell? And again, to preface it, where I'd like to sell is based on the share amount that I have and the goals that I have, the capital that I want and that I need. And that is a price target of $5,000. Now, do I think it could hit $5,000? Abso-fucking-lutely. Based on short interest, what we believe the synthetic amount is, failure to delivers, all that bullshit, all the fuckery that's happened, could it logically and mathematically happen? Absolutely. Excuse me. Do I think it will happen? Well, that's a different story, and that's a big difference. Do I think it could happen, and do I think it will happen? Two very different things. And if I'm being completely honest, because in full disclosure, I think the math does add up, and I think there is somewhat of a logical explanation to $100,000 a share. Now, in Trey's video and my response to it, the big thing in question was the market cap theory. And the market cap theory is so fucking stupid, guys, because I've seen a few people try to argue for it, and they just make themselves look like complete idiots. Or the latter is they expose themselves for the absolute fucking shills that they are trying to debunk it because they look so fucking stupid trying to debunk it because their argument is so stupid. A lot of these pro market cap theory people, their argument is that, you know, at 500 plus million outstanding shares times $100,000 a share, it's like fucking hundreds of trillions, whatever the trillions of dollars of market cap. It'll collapse the economy. It'll collapse the US. It'll collapse the entire world. There's not enough money in existence. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck right off, because if you have half a brain, you would realize that not all 500 plus million shares are going to be sold at 100,000, I was going to say 500,000, at $100,000 a share. There's no fucking way. There's not a chance in fucking hell that all 500 million outstanding shares will be sold at $100,000 a share. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. Because in this movement, especially, you have fucking idiots that are conditioning you to sell at $50, $100, $150, $272. Wink, wink. These people are conditioning you to sell at these prices, and just like fucking sheeple and the herd that you are, the majority of you will sell at these prices. There's going to be a fuck ton of you guys out there for whatever your situation is. And again, for your own selfish reasons, right? Because I want $5,000 a share. You might only want $100 a share, and that's good. Good for you. So if you sell at $100, great. You do you, boo. But the point is, there's going to be a ton of people that sell at $100 a share, and in the low, whatever, even under $100 or in $100 to $200 range, there's going to be a ton of people. I'm predicting probably half the movement will sell in that $100 to $300 range. And again, I think slightly because they've been conditioned and anchored to do so, but that's a different story. But anyways, not all 500 million plus outstanding shares are going to sell at $100,000. If it got to $100,000 a share, it's going to be a flash in a pan, an absolute just like blip on a screen. It's going to be a handful of shareholders, maybe 1,000, 10,000, maybe 100,000 shares. That's it. And then it's going to right away. It's going to be an absolute flash in the pan. It'll be an event for the history books for sure. But again, I don't think it'll get to that. I mean, selfishly, like I said, I wanted to get 5,000. I don't even think it'll get to that. I wish it would, but I don't think it will because the manipulation and the fuckery, I'm starting to get eaten alive by bugs here. The manipulation, the fuckery will not allow it to happen. And that's unfortunate. And that's also one of the reasons why we are in this movement. And that's why we're in the position that we're in, is we're fighting back against this bullshit. And enough is enough. Have you had enough? I've had enough. You know, I've been fucked around quite a bit in my portfolio because of this bullshit. I've lost thousands, tens of thousands of dollars because of this bullshit. And this game that they play, 2008, 2009. I mean, you don't need to go that far back in history to see this crap going on. And, you know, we're in it again, and we're probably coming into it even deeper with some of the stuff that's going on. Inflation, all the stuff that's going on, all the money printing, all this other bullshit. Definitely another day to discuss that. But that's where I'm at with things. If you want my honest opinion, 5,000 is what I want to sell at, but I will never give you brackets. Absolutely will not give you brackets, because I will not be responsible for conditioning you. I will not be responsible for anchoring you, because I have no agenda to do so. I don't. Think what you will. The haters out there, the haters in the comments, they're going to say what they're going to say. Go fuck yourself. I don't honestly care what you think. I know in my heart and my soul that I have no agenda with making these videos. I have no reason to give you price brackets or anything, which I haven't done, because I don't want to be responsible for that. You need to do what's best for you, and stop worrying and stop wondering what other people are doing. Do what's best for you. And ultimately, when this thing, big if, because it's not guaranteed, but if and when it rips, that's when I'm going to decide what I'm selling at ultimately. I'd like to sell at 5,000, but I'm going to treat this with when it comes, when and if it comes, and I will decide from there, because I need to see what is going on. I need to see what's happening in order to make my decision. That's all I got. Peace.